New York Times. The articles, the journalists, their stories. New York 1 presents the New York Times Close-Up. Saturday nights at 10 and Sunday mornings at 10. Only on New York 1.
And now, here's a look at what's happening in your neighborhood. Your Queens News Now is sponsored by Hillside Honda, your Queens Honda dealer. Visit hillsidehonda.com for great deals and information. From New York 1, your Queens News Now.
Hello, and thanks for joining us this hour. I'm Michelle Park. It is 1/4 the hour and time to take a look at what's topping headlines in your neighborhood. The Manhattan couple accused of taking their 8 children from a Queens foster care agency says they took the children because some of them were being abused. A lawyer for the family alleged that one boy was molested and some of his siblings suffered, quote, horrendous abuse. The children and their parents were found in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania Monday night inside a van with no license plate. Queens District Attorney Richard Brown says 28-year-old Chanel Nadal and 34-year-old Nefra Payne will be charged with kidnapping, custodial interference, and child endangerment. They are awaiting extradition to New York. The children, 7 boys and 1 girl, are okay and are all in protective services. The Administration for Children's Services said in a statement it's aware of the abuse allegations and takes them seriously, but its immediate concern is the well-being of the children. Thousands of postal workers held Save America's Postal Service rallies across America, including one in Bayside. Our Vanessa Yurkevich was there and has more.
Hip, hip, hooray!
Postal workers from 4 unions rallied in front of Congressman Gary Ackerman's office Tuesday, not against him, but thanking him for co-sponsoring a bill that could help save their jobs.
The bill would say that the Postal Service doesn't have to pre-fund their benefits. No other company has to do that.
A bill passed in 2006 calls for the Postal Service to pay $5.5 billion a year to pre-fund health care benefits for future retirees. A new bill, H.R. 1351, and co-sponsored by Ackerman, would recalculate the contribution amount and reallocate money back to the Postal Service.
It will give the Postal Service the money it needs to carry on the day-to-day operations.
Organizers say rallies like this one held here in front of Congressman Ackerman's office also happened at hundreds of other locations around the country.
For the congressmen that are on board already, such as Gary Ackerman, we're thanking them, asking them to do what they can to get their fellow members who are not on board to participate.
But some people say pre-funding the benefits isn't the problem. People are just simply not sending mail as much.
I don't think anybody really predicted seeing the service go away the way it did with the first-class mail. With the onset of computers and the different other means of communication, it has hit us hard. Okay, but we've still been there, and the mail is still there.
This year, the Postal Service estimates it will see a deficit of more than $8 billion. And earlier this year, it announced it will study the possibility of closing 255 facilities nationwide, including one in Flushing.
We're fighting for our jobs.
A U.S. Postal Service spokesperson says the organization respects its employees' right to informational rallies. In Bayside, Vanessa Yurkevich, New York 1.
And that does it for us this hour on your Queens News Now. Thanks for joining us. I'm Michelle Park. I'll be back next hour with more of the day's top news here in the borough, but don't go away. There is more news from around the city and a check of your weather on the One's forecast right after this short break.